Welcome to Yoga with Dads. Today's practice is going to be a practice that's going to open us up through all of the possible yoga moves in terms of some standing poses, some forward bends, some back bends, and some twists. So we should feel completely open by the time that we're done. So just begin here for a moment in any seated position. You could either cross your legs or you could sit in hero pose like this or on a brick. Yeah, if you want to come into easy pose, either way, just come into presence, come into this moment. Maybe just close your eyes or soften your gaze and draw your attention inward. Maybe just take a moment to find a breath. Find your breath moving in and out through the nose. Finding a slight constriction in the back of your throat so that you can hear the breath as it comes in and out. And then just draw your hands to your heart center, connecting to that place inside, that place of stillness, that place of ease, that place of openness. To your heart. And just take a moment to listen to anything that you hear in your environment. In my environment, I'm hearing the sound of the wind and the traffic going by. So maybe you're hearing silence around you, but whatever it is, just taking a minute to listen. Hearing the inner sounds of your breath and the outer sounds in your environment, and just letting your listening draw you into presence. And we'll just take a couple of big breaths where we're inhaling our arms out and up, big breath in. And we're just going to exhale and gently twist to the left. Just a nice, gentle little twist. And then inhaling back up to the center, big breaths of life. And then exhale, twisting the opposite way. 2 more times each way. Moving with your breath. Inhaling up and back to center, exhaling, twisting. And one more. And inhaling up. Exhaling, twisting. Inhaling up. Exhaling, hands back to the heart. And gently changing the cross of your legs for a moment. Let's just find a little forward fold for a moment. Just creeping your hands forward, keeping your chest lifted and open, softening your shoulders, and just breathing, releasing your neck. Feeling a little stretch in the hips. And then inhaling to come back up. And we're just going to lie on our back for a moment. For our practice today, if you have a belt, put it close by because we'll use it. And first, just hug the knees up to the chest, stretch the back, maybe rock a little gently from side to side, softening your back, opening up. And then just bringing that into stillness. Let's cross the left ankle above the right knee and gently press it away. And then reach in to the back of your right thigh and just gently draw it in towards your chest as you can use your left elbow to gently guide your left knee away a little bit if you need that. I've had a little tightness in my buttocks that is vaguely reminiscent of a little sciatic. So this is a great stretch for any pain like that, like sciatic type issues. Just really opening up there, maybe some gentle movements. The closer you bring the opposite leg to the chest, the deeper the stretch is. And then you can release that one down, uncrossing that side and crossing the other one, drawing the leg gently in and finding a little gentle movement. Couple big breaths here. Big, beautiful breaths of victory where you can hear, it's the oceanic type breath where you can hear the incoming tide and the outcoming tide, like waves of breath. And then just releasing that down. Keep both knees bent. We're gonna just stretch our hamstrings a little bit to prepare us for the standing poses. So stretching up through the left leg, arms are straight and plugged into their sockets, full footprint upon the ceiling, extending the opposite leg down as well, and trying to find straightness in both legs, in your torso, and your arms, everywhere. And just letting this back of the leg open up. You can even gently press the quadricep muscle toward the hamstring a little bit as you reach the foot up to the ceiling. And then, to get this part that's been tight on me, I'm just gonna bring my left arm out and I'm just gonna take that left leg slowly across the midline, trying to keep that foot right at the height of the hip if you can, and just taking it gently and slowly across. Just opening that up. The opposite leg can turn with you a little, but keep it straight, reaching out through both heels. Big breaths. And then inhaling that straight and strong back up to the center. Exhale, bending the knee and releasing that leg. Bending both legs for a moment and then belting this time the right one. Straight arms plugged into the sockets and straightening both legs. Breathing, reaching up through the foot toward the ceiling. And then when you're ready, keeping the belt this time in the left hand, right arm out to the side, and just slowly taking that leg across the midline. You can rest the elbow when you get to a certain point. Breathing. Energetically, this top hip is moving down and away from the shoulders as you stretch. When you're ready, take a big breath back up to the center. Exhale, bend that leg, release that foot, release the leg, let go. Straight legs for a moment. And then just gently rock the head from side to side, releasing any tension that might be stored up in your neck. And then bending the knees, let's just roll gently to the side. And we're just gonna come right up to standing. All right, So here we are in standing. Let's find mountain pose for a moment. Feet together or slightly apart. And just really stretching your toes forward, stretching your heels back, rolling the inner thighs back, dropping your buttocks down, creating a firm foundation for your feet. Broad feet, long feet, kneecaps lift up, breastbone lifts up, torso broadens, arms become energized with small spaces beneath the armpits and letting the shoulders be broad and the energy run down through the hands. And then bring your arms out to the side, roll the palms open, wide open, and inhale the arms up straight, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale them down. Inhale them up. Hold. Exhale them down. Hold. Inhale them up. Hold. And exhale them to the heart. Hold. From here, we're going to have the fingertips right at the heart center. Bend your knees and exhale. Step or hop your feet apart. And just take a moment to widen your stance a little bit. See that you can get your feet both facing straight forward to begin with, under your palms. And broaden yourself. You're like a 5-pointed star. Your crown rising up. You're grounding through the outer edges of your feet. You're expanding through your heart center as much as you can. And then we're going to roll the right toes in and take the left foot all the way out to 90 degrees, really rolling from the top of the thighs. And take a minute just to really open this front leg open, hips forward. And we're going to take a deep breath in and we're going to exhale and we're going to just bend like we do for triangle pose. As we bend, take this front hip toward this back hip and shore this back hip in. Straighten the leg and just try to come right out over that front leg. Inhale up. And exhale, bend. Lengthening, both legs straight and strong. Inhale up. Exhale, bend. Inhale up, arm comes out. Exhale, reach. And bring that hand down to the shin or ankle or wherever it goes. Take a moment and then bring the opposite arm up. See if you can really ground through those feet. Elongate that side body out over that front leg. Straighten that front leg for triangle pose. When you're ready, inhale to come up. Exhale, turn both feet to face forward. And we're going to turn these toes in and roll these ones out. All the way from the top of the thigh. Torso comes forward again. Round through the outer edge of that back foot. Big breath in, grow tall. Exhale, come out long. Front hip to the back hip shoring in. Inhale, up. Exhale, elongate. Inhale, up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, reach. Reach, get long, be in both legs. Hand down to the shin or ankle. Elongating that torso out over that front leg. Rolling your heart up, straightening both legs, and then bringing the arm up toward heaven. Trying to make a straight line between your two arms if you can. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Taking a nice full breath here. When you're ready, inhale to come up. And exhale, turn both feet to face forward. Step or hop your feet together. And just release that. And then we're going to step our feet apart. We're going to do another standing pose. Feet nice and wide. Right toes turn in, left ones turn out. Big breath in, exhale, bend, warrior two legs. And we're going to do the same thing. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, elongate out over. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, elongate. Inhale, tall. Reach the arm out. Exhale, reach. Hand right to the top of the thigh, rolling it open. Back arm comes back. Big breath in. Exhale, take it up and over. Utthita Parshvakonasana. Try to bend into that front leg and ground through that back leg, rolling the heart up. And when you're ready, keep that bend in that leg. Inhale up, find warrior two. Straightening the front leg. Turn both feet to face forward. Relax your shoulders a moment. And turning in with the left, rolling out with the right. Hands to the hips first. Big breath in. Exhale down. Warrior two. Maybe widen a little if you want to challenge yourself. Working toward getting this thigh parallel to the earth. I still have a ways to go, but I'm going to challenge myself a little bit. And when you're ready, inhale up. Exhale. Lengthen. Inhale up. Exhale, lengthen. Front hip toward the back hip shoring in. Inhale up. Reach. Exhale, lengthen. Reach. Hand down to the thigh. Roll open. Roll the hip open. Roll the heart open. Arm comes up and back. Big breath in. And exhales up and over. Utthita Parshvakonasana. I'm going to try to find the back edge of my back foot, rolling my heart up. And when I'm ready, I'm going to keep the bend in my front leg, and I'm going to inhale up to warrior two. Straighten that leg. Turn both feet to face forward and step or hop together. And we'll just roll those hips out for a minute. You might feel a little tightness in the hips, so just give them a couple of rolls. Oh yeah, rolling it out. Ooh, creaky. All right. Now we're going to do, that was standing. We're going to start to moving into standing forward bend. So it's nice to have a brick close by, even two if you need to. We're going to be bringing our head down when we come forward. So we're going to step our feet apart, nice and wide. Both feet are facing forward again. Big breath in, chest is lifted. Exhale, we're going to start forward with a long straight spine. Bring your hands to the brick or the floor. And just take a minute to elongate even more. Big breath in. On the exhale, let's walk our hands back between our feet. Maybe bring the brick back. It can be high, medium, low, or two bricks. And just come down so that your head is going to come to rest on your bricks or brick. And just take a couple of nice breaths there. Your hands should be between your feet with the fingertips facing forward. Elbows over wrists. And just taking a couple big breaths in this forward fold. So good for letting go, so good for anxiety, so good to calm the nervous system and the mind. Big breath. And when you're ready, inhale and just start to walk those hands forward again. Heel toe in a little bit. Hands come to the tops of the thighs and inhale up with a nice long straight spine, rolling your shoulders out and stepping the feet together. Excellent. So we're going to do another standing forward fold. This one is going to be to open the lungs as well. So you're going to clasp your hands behind your back. You could even interlace your thumbs and point your index fingers if you like. Feet should be hip width or a little more apart. I'll do this from the side. We're going to inhale and roll the shoulders down the back, chest lifts up. On the exhale, we're going to come forward with a long straight spine, softening the knees and trying to bring those index fingers up toward the ceiling and just releasing the head. Releasing the head, bending the knees a little bit. And just breathing a couple of big breaths. Entering your breath as a practice. Connecting to the spirit through your breath. When you're ready, press into the feet. Inhale, come up with a long straight spine. And exhale, release those arms. Resting for a moment in mountain pose. We're going to do it a second time. Check that your feet are parallel. Interlace your thumbs with the opposite thumb on top this time. Inhale, roll the shoulders down the back. Lift the chest. Exhale, forward fold, long straight spine. Releasing the knees, releasing the neck. Arms toward heaven if you can. And just take a couple of nice breaths, connecting your inner world with the outer world through your breath. A healthy, beautiful exchange with the world around you. Taking in and letting go. And inhaling to come back up. Long, straight spine. Exhaling, releasing the arms. Finding mountain pose. And just feeling the effects of that posture and just taking another moment to just listen to the world around you. And gently releasing that. So we're going to come into a little bit of back bending next. So we're going to do a little standing work first. To back bend, it's good to open our quads. So just bring your arm out to the side, palm facing up, and just find your balance by lifting the left leg. And then just take your hand and get hold of that left ankle if you can. You can always hold a wall if it's tough on your balance, but just stretching that heel toward the buttock and trying to, get your knees parallel and your chest lifted up. And then inhale the arm up if you can. Take a big breath in, and on the exhale, we're going to come forward. Try to stay straight in your standing leg. Start to lift the toes of that back leg. Offering your heart open and breathing. When you're ready, you can inhale and come up. And exhale, release that. And just shake out your standing leg. And we'll do the second side. So again, we're going to be doing the right one this time. So grounding through the left leg, right arm out to the side. Lifting and just finding balance first. I'll just do this one from the side this time. You're going to come in, get that ankle, and just work on Tadasana here. Get tall, get long, get strong. Heel toward the buttock. Breath full and deep. And then inhaling the arm up. Get strong in the standing leg. On the exhale, start to come forward and you know, chest stays lifted, legs stay straight. Toes of the bent leg coming upward and you know. Breathing. Really finding the breath here. When you're ready, inhale to come back up. And exhale, release. Roll the shoulders out, release the standing leg. And we will slowly come on down. And we're just gonna lie on our bellies for a minute. And just lie on your belly. Turn your cheek to the side. Take up a little space. Feel your inner thighs rolling up. And we're just going to do a little work with the neck for a minute. So we're going to inhale and look forward. And exhale, turn the head to the opposite side. And let go. And then we're going to inhale, turn that neck forward, lifting it up, lifting the chest a little. Exhale, turning to the cheek. And do a few more at your own pace, entering your breath, inhaling forward and lifting. Exhale, turning and tucking. One more each way. And then let's inhale the chin to face forward. And just bend the legs, lengthening from hip to knee. See if you can reach back and get hold of the ankles. If it's hard to do both at once, you can do one at a time. In either case, we're going to think about bringing those heels toward those buttocks. And then we're just going to lift up. We're going to lift the chest. And then we're going to start to lift the toes. Release the neck, lift the chest. Lift the toes. Release the neck. Lift the chest. Lift the toes and breathe. And then when you're ready, slowly come on down. Release the arms. Release the legs. And turn the head. We're just going to bend the elbows, placing the hands right along the nipple line. Elbows come in. Inhale the chin to face forward, lengthening the legs. Exhale, start to rise up. First, not a lot of pressure in the hands, just rising up. Breathing. Big breath in, rise up a little more. And then exhale, rise up. A little hand pressure in the hands. Elbows in, gently hooding the back of the neck. And then just pressing back. Knees apart, big toes touching, child pose. Release and surrender. Gentle rocking of your hips from side to side. And when you're ready, inhale up onto all fours. Let's curl our toes under and exhale, downward facing dog. And just take a moment in your dog. You can walk the dog. You can bend the legs and lift the hips higher if it feels good, or bend one at a time. Just exploring for a moment, stretching the shoulders, the hamstrings, and then inhaling to look up. On the exhale, walking forward. So the feet land beneath the knees and hips, hanging loosely. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. And exhale, hands to the heart. And release. Good. And so we did standing poses, forward bends, back bends. Now we're going to come into a nice little twist. So it's going to be a forward bend and twist. Place your two bricks like so, coming up a little bit between them and taking two big steps back with your left leg. And then dialing the hips to face forward. And just see that your bricks are on either side of that front leg, front ankle. Take a big breath in, hands on the hip, elbows back. Exhale, start forward with a long straight spine and bring your hands down to your bricks. Set the hips nice and straight as you inhale, get a little longer. Arms are straight, and then press your left hand down onto the brick. Take your right hand to your belly and just gently roll the belly to the right. Stay in both legs straight and strong and rotate the torso to the right. If you feel like one shoulder has come over the other, you can try to lift the arm up and breathe. Nice big breath in. Exhale, top arm forward and down, setting the hips forward. Bend the front leg and step forward. Release. Forward fold. Hands to the tops of the thighs. Inhale, come right on up. Long straight spine. Good. And then we're going to do the second side. So 1 step back, 2 step back. Dial the torso forward. Hands to the hips, elbows are back. Big breath in, baby back bend. Exhale, come forward. Hands to the bricks. Coming into both feet, pressing the big toe mound of your front foot into the mat and rolling your front hip back. Grounding through the back edge of your back foot and rolling that hip forward. And then pressing down with your right hand into the brick. Left hand comes up. Spine is long. Roll the belly. Roll the ribs. Roll the heart. Straighten the legs. Bring the arm up and breathe. Revolve triangle. Nice big breath in. Exhale, top arm forward and down. Set the hips straight, the spine long. Bend the front knee. Step forward. Forward fold. Hands to the tops of the thighs. Inhale. Come on up and roll the shoulders out. Good. So then we're just going to come down. We're going to lay on the back for a moment. Similar to where we started, knees to chest. Keeping that left leg in, extend the right one out. Big breath in, let that left arm come out to the side. Exhale, cross the bent leg across the midline. Supine twist. Releasing any tightness still remaining in your body. Allowing yourself to be nourished through the breath. Allowing the breath to feed you, body, mind, and spirit. Allowing the breath to relax you as you exhale. And then inhaling back to the center. Exhale, release that leg. Bending both knees to chest. This time we're going to keep the right one in, extend the left one out. Taking the right arm out to the side, big breath in. Exhale, crossing that knee across the midline. Supine twist. Stretching it out a little bit. Breathing into the belly, breathing into the shoulders and hips. Inhaling softly back to the center. And exhale, releasing that leg. And just if there's any last little movement that would feel good, maybe a good morning stretch where you just stretch your whole body out, arms up overhead. Releasing the neck. And then taking up residence on your mat, really just taking up your entire space. Spine is long, back of the neck is long, legs are long and mat width apart. Arms are by the sides, palms face upward to receive. And then just releasing, just body into a rest. Releasing this brain, this mind into a stillness. Releasing our forehead and temples, our jaw. Releasing the neck, shoulders, arms and hands. Releasing the fingers and palms. Releasing the chest and the heart center and the upper back, the belly, the hips and buttocks. Relaxing the thighs, knees, calves, ankles, feet. Lengthening the letting go with the exhalation. Softening the entire being. Opening, expanding into pure open awareness. Sinking into a silent stillness. And a little reading on perfect silence. Thus, only true silence is eternal speech. The one word, Om, the inner sound, the heart-to-heart talk. Silence is the true advice. It is the perfect advice. It is suited only for the most advanced seeker. Others are unable to draw full inspiration from it. Therefore, they require words to explain truth. But in this openness that you have created, allowing for the listening, for the spaciousness, and the inner quiet. listening to what is beyond the words. And beyond the mind. And when you're ready, you can very gently hug your knees up towards your chest, giving yourself a little hug, feeling the earth beneath your back as you gently rock and increase the breath again. And when you're ready, with an exhalation, allowing yourself to roll onto your right side, supported and held by gravity. And with an inhalation, pressing up to find a seat, opening your heart and your mind to inspiration, to the life force that's running through you, through your breath, connecting you to the world around you and to spirit. And we'll take our hands to our heart and we'll seal our practice today with an Om, that heart to heart in your top, that sound vibration that runs through everything, including us and the world around us. Exhaling completely through the mouth. Take a big breath in. The love in me sees and honors the love in each of you. Namaste. Thank you. I will see you next time on Yoga with Dax. Happy week.